Bless the name of the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Prince of Peace, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Today is the 17th day, or 16th day of the month of May. Sorry, not 17th, but 16th day of the month of May, 2021. We are still on the topic, inspirations and the two gates. My emphasis this evening is on that which has actually given the devil an edge amongst humans. Because we are talking about inspiration as a communication, they are the resultant effects of the communication between the natural and the spiritual. The resultant effect of the communication between the natural and the spiritual. That is what makes up inspiration. The resultant effect, the resultant effect is what we refer to as inspiration. Now, the picture is that the communication between the natural, the physical, and the spiritual is premised on primarily on humans communicating with the unseen. Humans communicating in the unseen based on the ideology of how man was created. Now listen carefully. Wherever there is a temple, there is always worship. In fact, the primary reason for the creation of a temple is for worship. Now, the Bible made it clear to us that we are the temple of the living God. And so primarily man is designed as a worshiping being. A being designated, configured, assigned to the duty of worship of the Most High God. Then, as I said initially at one of the teachings, I did make mention that angels, the difference between angels and man is that angels are ministering spirits sent to minister to those that shall be held of salvation. Hebrews chapter 1. Now, the difference is that angels are meant to cater for the needs of the temple. While the temple is made for the purpose of worship, angels are meant to take care of the temple. Now, this is the reason why you see there are a lot of angels in heaven before the rebellion. And even after the rebellion, there is still countless of angels in heaven, though quantifiable to mean 2/3 of the stars of God, but yet by individual numeration or counting, as the case may be, they are innumerable. Then that of the devil, the ones that are with the devil, that the dragon has been able to deceive, draw through with his stay, they are 1/3 of the stars of God, but still they are uncountable. Now, Satan's plan was not just to clean the temple as he was primarily assigned to take care of the temple, but rather he envied the worship that proceeds from the temple to the Almighty. He admired it, he cherished it, and he wants to assume responsibility over the worship. He wants to take over the worship so that the worship will no longer go to the Almighty but go to him. This is the secret of the rebellion. This is the bottom line of the rebellion. That he said, I will be like the Most High. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants to garner the worship. And as such, he was defeated and hurled down to earth. And so he had no access again to heaven, where the temple of God is. And so his mission, his plans were defeated. But surprisingly to him, he came to realize that from scriptural findings, that the earth is the footstool of God, where he was hurled down to. And wherever God exists, there is always a temple. And he went into investigation and came to realize that God has a temple with man. His tabernacle is with man. And so he felt, it's an opportunity to achieve what I could not achieve while I tried to rebel against my maker. That's what Satan was thinking. And Satan actually starts harnessing the opportunity, the privilege, and that if he had turned out to mean for himself by virtue of turning towards humans. And he knew by spiritual findings that man being temple are worshipping being. So he felt, yes, it's an opportunity to seize the moments that he could not seize in heaven. And so he began to machinate. He started by deceiving Eve. And when his direct oppositional method began to become conspicuous, that men no longer embrace it as they were doing before, he switched. He now worked on his realm. From pure darkness, he began to, program and project things that will enable him to look like that which man so yearn and long for, and that is God. And through his son Jesus Christ. As we meet subsequently, we shall lay more emphasis on this. God bless us in Jesus' name.